I took the first minibus in the morning heading to the Wat Pa Tam Wua Forest Monastery, which is about 4.5 hours northwest of Chiang Mai, not very far from the border of Myanmar. After getting dropped off in the temple grounds, there was another kilometer walk to the monastery itself. So I walked over with 3 other girls I've met on the bus. I felt instant peace as I entered the monastery. The energy here was so tranquil, and I knew it was the perfect place to get off the grid and go for some inward exploration. We were greeted by a few friendly volunteers at the reception, and there was a welcome orientation with the group. We were provided with white clothing, as well as a thin mattress, pillow, and blanket. The monastery was very generous to let the guests stay here for free. The only requirements are that we follow the daily schedule, observe the rules, and keep our area tidy and clean. Most of us were staying in these kutis, which are basically simple little huts for meditation and sleep. There was only 1 bed in the room, and since I was a newcomer, I slept on the floor, which I did not mind at all. There's no filming allowed in the evening meditation, so I'll see you in the morning. Hi, it's 5 a.m. in the morning right now. I am just outside of my kuti. My roommate is going to meditate in the room, and I am going to meditate just outside on the little balcony right here. I just finished my morning meditation, and then at 6:15, which is 15 minutes, we're going to offer the rice to the monks in the Dharma hall. I might not be able to film when I'm in the Dharma hall. We typically are encouraged to put our phones away and only check our phone for time to get to our sessions. So I will film again during my break time. I wanted to show you guys how the Dharma hall looked like, so I filmed this during our morning break time. We take our shoes off before we enter, and then we take a seat on one of those floor cushions for our meditation. The library and dining hall are connected to the meditation hall. There was a lot of books on mindfulness and meditation that you can read during your break time. We had our breakfast here after our rice offering ritual to the monks. I'm here to talk to you about what a typical day is like and the meditation center. This is a fairly traditional Buddhist monastery. For a typical monk, they need to follow over 270 rules, whereas for us visitors, we only need to follow 5 rules, such as no killing or physically harm any living being, and no stealing from others. The breakfast was pretty simple. It was just potato soup with some imitation meat made out of soy products. We ate in silence. The dining hall is a silent area. We washed our dishes, had a little quick break before starting our morning walking meditation. The morning walking meditation was very lovely because the temple grounds is surrounded by beautiful nature. You can see mountains, streams, and hear birds chirping. Walking meditation trains our mind to stay present while moving, helping us become more aware of our body, breaths, and surroundings. After we walked around the garden, we came back to the Dharma hall for seated meditation and some chanting. We finished the session with a lying down meditation. Around 11:30, everyone gathered in the dining hall and had lunch together in silence. That was actually the last meal that the monastery offered in a day. The monks generally fast from lunchtime to next morning, but the guests are allowed to go to the coffee shop across the garden to have dinner if they get hungry. After a quick break, we came back to the Dharma hall and had our afternoon walking meditation. The second walking meditation was much more difficult than the first one. Partially, it was enjoyable because of the beautiful and peaceful nature, but at the same time, it was very hot with the sun shining on top of your head, 33 degrees Celsius with humidity. Also, even though the hike was fairly easy, we were all walking barefoot on top of rocks and mud and sand. So after a while, especially in the second half of the hike, it got pretty difficult and I felt a lot of fatigue in the heat. Thankfully, when we came back to the Dharma hall, we had a seated silent meditation. We finished the meditation once again with a lying down meditation. It was very hard to keep myself awake, but I tried my best. It was very rejuvenating and exactly what my body needed. Right now it's break time, but I'm going to wrap up soon because we are going to have volunteer time where we can find something to do, whether that's cleaning, sweeping the floor, or helping out in the kitchen. So with that, I'm off to my duties and then finish the day with the third and final meditation. There is a lot of volunteer activities in the meditation center. Here are some guests helping raking the leaves, and I am going to feed the fishes in the pond. Here are the fish food that I got from the kitchen. Grab some of this zucchini and the cabbage. There's a big looking yellow fish over there. If you're curious about going to a Buddhist temple for a meditation stay, I highly encourage you to go for it and give yourself this experience. It's a great way to dive deep into meditation and learn something new about yourself. Thank you for listening. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. That will help encourage me making more videos like this in the future. Thank you very much.